Today.
Still 0-0 here in quarter one, but an early test to check in on as we've got a third down situation looming. Throwing his Lance on third down. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it. Still scoreless here in the first, but a third down situation forthcoming. Let's get into the action. Here's Kaepernick to throw. It's brought in by Harris. And he will have a Patriots first down. Let's get back into the action. The situation, ball in the red zone. It's second down, and the defense needing to step up. Harris going to get it again on second down. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive, much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated, got to the sideline, said, okay, let's not let that happen here as we take over again.
Yeah, this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. They'll come up now on second and a yard. They hand this off to Harris. And he is in. Touchdown, New England. Damian Harris taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Pats have taken. Coming up here, this defense looking for a third down stop in the second quarter. Lance to throw on 3rd and 1. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Cam Hayward, always a force, got back there for the sack. Second quarter, this defense looking for a big third down stop here. They're already down on the scoreboard, just trying to get the ball back to their offense. From the gun on third down, Kaepernick. That's swung out wide to Harris. And he will have a Patriots first down, and he was able to get him. So here we go, back to the action. Football in the red zone. And a big third down play coming up for this defense. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. He went backwards 5 yards there on third down to bring up fourth. And his kick here is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. this defense looking for a third down stop in the second quarter. From the gun on third down, Lance. He's airing it out for Williams. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. It's a big play there for Miami. Here's Swift. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's second and goal. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Another shot from the 1 on second and goal. Throwing now is Lance. This is caught. A touchdown saving tackle there. Now it's third and goal. Another completion there. And what a big moment in a young quarterback's life, that first NFL start. And Charles, obviously they wanted to win games, but if they're looking at him under a microscope in his first month or so, what do you think they're hoping to see from him?
Well, for every question they'll have for him, they should have for themselves as a coaching staff, because it's not just how quickly can he learn the offense, it's what they can teach him, right? How can he build a relationship with receivers? And, of course, how open is he to learning? And, of course,
so here's the situation upcoming. Second quarter, third down, and this defense just trying to force the field goal attempt. A final shot before half for Lance. It's complete to Williams. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And he's going to be out down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. Bryan Edwards. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Well, points have been hard to come by in this one, and it's the third quarter. Defenses have reigned supreme. Can the defense reign supreme once more on third down? Let's find out. And this pass broken up. So we have a red zone alert. Tie game, fourth quarter. Very likely a deciding moment in this contest. On third down, here's Harris. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 93 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 8 and a good first step there with second and goal coming up. And they'll run here with Carter. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. This defense in need of a big stop in a tight game in the fourth quarter. Let's see if they can get that stop they need. On third and long, it's Kaepernick. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he's stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And no, it doesn't get there. Hits the crossbar, bounces back out. He had it on. The key coming up here, preserve the lead for this defense. Fourth quarter, close game. Third down, here we go. They'll try and run here with Swift. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. Time to get you back live again. This offense in the red zone as they've got it 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line. Lance now on 1st down. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Back to the running game with Swift. Tackled by the corner, C.J. Henderson.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
On 2nd and 15 now. Lance out to the left. He's got Sample there. Touchdown, Dolphins. Drew Sample, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from... This defense looking to preserve the tie and try to keep this offense out of field goal range here late. Harris starts the drive on the ground. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll run again with Harris. And he'll get this one up to the 26. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Now Kaepernick. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by the rookie first-rounder, Jamin Davis. And this one will be brought back to the 22. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Lance looking to throw it. On the slant, completes to Sutton. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
That's a nice job right there, partner, because they were able to work down the middle of the field, working in the seams, because I think defensively they were guarding the sidelines, trying to keep them from getting out of bounds. They took what they gave them, and it was successful.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. On the handoff, this is Swift. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Eric Ebron there to make the grab. And the Dolphins use the short field to their advantage as they can. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They're down here in a 1-score game. At the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Pass complete to Harris. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Kaepernick to throw. He's going to let it fly. That's caught inside
No
the 25.
way.
And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. 4 yards remain for 2nd down. And Lance now to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Edwards. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. Lance now on 1st down. He'll let this go for the end zone. And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up. So now this one's going to rest on the foot of their 2nd-year kicker. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Swift. Busting through contact. Just wasn't a huge hole there for him to operate. Stopped just inside the 35-yard line. So now this one's going to rest on the foot of their 2nd-year kicker. This from 51 yards for the win. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. So now this one's going to rest on the foot of their 2nd-year kicker. This from 51 yards for the win. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
Now he's going to drop this down at Harris, middle of the field. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. First drive of overtime coming up. So this offense, they could end it if they can punch it into the end zone. A field goal, and the game will continue. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. As a fan of the NFL, for an opener, you can't ask for much more than this overtime in Week 1.
I know it's hard to believe that some people may not have been watching our game, but I'll bet through social media they found out this one was snug and getting into overtime, and they flipped over here in a hurry. This is fantastic. If you're a fan of ball, you love these types of games.
The 71 yards rushing for him now as he is just trying to will his guys to an overtime victory. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run. So
into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
On 2nd down, Swift. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. And chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down.
And they have just not been able to block him at all throughout this game. Seems like every other play, he's doing something in the backfield. Already got 2 sacks. And now here's a tackle behind the line.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down.
Whoever the dive look that time on defense just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And they'll go for it. Lance. He's airing it out for Williams. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not in a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So for New England, they needed overtime to do it, but they get the Week 1 victory thanks to the field goal. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Jets. Meanwhile,
today.
on the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. Numbers for him from a week ago. 17 carries, 67 yards.
Well, watching the film, we saw that things clicked pretty well for them in the running game last week. No reason to change in my mind. Continue to try and run the football, give it to them early and often, in hopes of breaking down the defense so some bigger gains result as the game goes on.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It's a pretty nice throw right there from the rookie. And this, of course, is game number 2 of his NFL career. His guys did not get the win, Charles, in the opener. But what did you see from him last week?
Well, I think all things considered, he played pretty well, and I don't think I pinned the loss on him. But there's no question, this is a learning process, and that was step 1. And he's hoping on the road to glory.
Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's a handoff to Swift. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go. Well, this defense for the Bills, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback.
This is intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. So problems with errant passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week and now another here in this first quarter.
It's sometimes simply trying.
Time to jump into the action, and we have a red zone alert as this defense looks to stop a 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line. On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. Got this complete to the tight end Pitts. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
And Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL. They're just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of the formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the catch, but the defenders were there, couldn't do a whole lot with it afterwards. Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down.
And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Time to jump into the action, and we have a red zone alert as this defense looks to stop a 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line. Following the interception, here's Bridgewater, and it's incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
And incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
On 3rd down, Bridgewater. He'll drop this one down to Mixon. And they will get to him at the 7 and stop him short of the 1st down marker. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the 1st down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Zerline's kick is up and through. And the lead moves to 10-zip. Looking for a 3rd down stop in the 2nd quarter. Again, it's Lance. Escaping the pressure right. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. So here's the situation upcoming. 2nd quarter, 3rd down, and this defense just trying to force the field goal attempt. So here's the situation upcoming. 2nd quarter, 3rd down, and this defense just trying to force the field goal attempt. Shotgun now for Lance. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Edwards. And he'll be brought down with the 1st down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. So the hand got inside the feet. Like a pretty easy. This offense, they've got a really nice drive going. And now it's 1st and goal. They run out of the gun with Swift. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Here's Lance to throw it. And he's got his big wide receiver complete. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. From the gun, it's Lance. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Courtland Sutton, his 1st touchdown of the new season. And the Dolphins are able to draw a bit closer. Coaches must really like this. So they just got the ball off the interception. Now can this offense take advantage? Great field position, 1st and 10 in the red zone. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. This carry, despite the extra effort, will be stopped short of the 10. Now the Dolphins going to burn the 1st of their timeouts as the clock will stop. 5 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Coming up on a 2nd and 6. On play action, Lance. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Here's Lance. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Williams. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run with Swift, and he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Defensive unit, they're down to just by a bit on the scoreboard. Can they get this 3rd down stop in the 3rd quarter? From the gun, Bridgewater got an open man, finding Jefferson. And he is going to have a Bills 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Keeping this offense out of the end zone has to be considered a must here, as this defense can ill afford to go 2 scores down here in the 2nd half. On 2nd down, here's Mixon, and he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 87 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense is a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
That didn't seem like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
On 2nd and goal, Bridgewater. And that throw behind his man. He missed him, incomplete.
But he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Mixon trying to punch it in, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. Joe Mixon. A 3rd down situation coming up in the 3rd quarter, and this defense hoping to turn that 3rd down into 4th. Bridgewater. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by the rookie 1st-rounder, Jamin Davis. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. The key coming up here, preserve the lead for this defense. 4th quarter, close game. 3rd down, here we go. Now Lance again. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Lance to throw for it on 4th down. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the 1st battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage. Able to knock that one away.
Being chased out left. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. A big drive now for this offense. They'll have all 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning as they search for a late score. Lance looks to throw again. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
Now Lance. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 45-yard line. Working from the gun, Lance. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's going to be about a yard or 2 short of the first here. He needed the 35 but didn't make it. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And with a little over a minute to play, they have taken the lead. Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Connecting with Mixon. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First down now, but that clock rolling. Now Bridgewater. He finds his running back, Mixon. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. 2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. Here's Bridgewater. To the right side and complete to Jefferson. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. Big 3rd down. A field goal from this spot, 57 yards as they hope to move it a little closer. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he'll get inside the 40 to maybe the 38-yard line. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to take the lead here in the final minute. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one. Whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
We'll see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Darquez Denard. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills. And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams, right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really love and value. And when they
today.
Lance looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And this is going to be incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the...
They'll try it now with Swift. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the... Still nothing here in quarter one, but an early test to check in on as we've got a 3rd down situation looming. Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. Touchdown! It's complete. Cortland Sutton, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins take it right down and score on the opening drive. Now, this is a crew, they've come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early. Time to take you back into the ball game. It's a red zone alert as this defense faces a 1st and 10 in the final minute of the opening quarter. Brady to throw again. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Over the middle into the hands of Michael Thomas. And the Raiders are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. A look at the numbers for Thomas from a week ago. 9 catches, 132 2 yards and a touchdown.
And in doing preparation for the game, you notice where guys rank in the league in terms of statistical categories. He's 4th in the league in receiving yards. That caught my attention in a positive way.
Fournette. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. They'll give Fournette another crack. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And Fournette trying to power his way forward, but I don't think he got there. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal. They'll go with a big bank Fournette, and he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. On 2nd down now, this defense sort of finding themselves with their backs against the wall. Ball in the red zone. This will be a jet sweep. Here's Thomas with it. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. Officially nothing on that one. No gain. So they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. To throw is Brady. And this is caught by Watkins. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
That's a letdown defensively because they had them stacked up 3rd and long, and you know their thought process had to be just make the tackle in front of the sticks and force the 3. Instead, they allowed him room to run, and now they're facing 1st and goal, looking to regroup.
And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown, you are here without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Second quarter, this defense looking for a big 3rd down stop here. They're already down on the scoreboard, just trying to get the ball back to their offense. Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. Incomplete. Coming up here, this defense looking for a 3rd down stop in the 2nd quarter. From midfield, here's Lance. Flushed out right. And he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. So no sack. He gets back. Second quarter, this defense looking for a big 3rd down stop here. They're already down on the scoreboard, just trying to get the ball back to their offense. They'll swing this out to Fournette. So no gain on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. We have a 1st down coming up in the red zone. In fact, it's a 1st and goal situation as this offense looks to get into the end zone from about 9 yards out. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try to...
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Trey Lance with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. Keeping this offense out of the end zone has to be considered a must here, as this defense can ill afford to go 2 scores down here in the 2nd half. Into the red zone, it's Brady throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the 1st down completion. 2nd and 2. First down marker at the 5-yard line. Fournette running right. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
Well, this has been a long drive. In fact, it's eaten up a good chunk of the third quarter, which is precisely what you want when you're playing with the lead. You control the football, you control the clock, and impose your will on the defense.
Touchdown, Raiders! That's caught. Noah Fant, his second touchdown on the season. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the third quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your... A solid drive here has this offense in really good position. Can they finish the drive off? Let's find out. It's 1st and 10 inside the red zone. They'll run on first down. Swift. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 63 yards rushing for him now as he's carried 13 times.
Well, how many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through.
He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Cortland Sutton, his second touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Dolphins have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here. This defense in need of a big stop in a tight game in the 4th quarter. Let's see if they can get that stop they need. From the gun on 3rd down, Brady. He'll get that to Fournette, complete. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves him. They'll go for it. It's Brady. And this is caught. That's Watkins. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Keeping this offense out of the end zone has to be considered a must here, as this defense can ill afford to go 2 scores down here in the second half. Fournette, a first down carry. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. All you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, break at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover, because one more score, and this game's over.
That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Throwing now is Brady. The pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And Parkey's kick is good. And that will double their lead as it's up to 6. Swift's got the first down and then some. And he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Lance's throw taken in by Sutton. And he's brought down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the defense helping him out a little bit here late in the fourth.
Dan, you're exactly right. And when you're the one doing the chasing, you'll take a little help from the other guys, won't you?
Oh, nice move. And they'll get to him just inside the 15. Even after the strong run we just saw, they're able to corral him quickly defensively. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Ebron caught left side. It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And this one incomplete. Oh, a dangerous throw. Nearly picked off in the end zone, but instead 2nd down. Back to throw. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command and make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Gonna call
and he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. DeAndre Swift. Only 2 timeouts at the defense's disposal, and it's doubtful that's going to be enough for him to get the ball back as we'll head back in for the final moments of this one. Now Brady gets this to Fant. Counting down toward a minute to go in this football game. Brady to throw. A pass underneath for Fournette. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 1st down now, but the clock continues to move. Brady's throw complete there to Thomas. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. To throw, Brady. That's to his running back, Leonard Fournette. And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other, a gain of 6. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. To throw is Brady. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The man who won a Super Bowl MVP award across the bay in Santa Clara, Von Miller, able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, the defense with one last exclamation mark there getting the sack to end it.
I love how you phrased it because we were waiting to see what would happen. Obviously, we thought something would happen downfield. Instead, it happens in the offensive backfield, and that's your ball game.
So for the Dolphins, they're into
Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, Florida. It's week 4 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Still scoreless here in the first, but a third down situation forthcoming. Let's get into the action. Lance going to try and throw on third down here. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to... A big early third down here for this defense as they look to hold on and force a field goal try. To throw, it's Lance. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third. Running is Swift. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 16 carries, 86 yards, and a touchdown.
And, partner, I thought it was a lot of fun for us to be able to sit in on their film session with the offensive line. We saw how they blocked it up last week. It's a pretty good...
Touchdown, Dolphins! It's complete. Preston Williams, his first touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying up this football game. A pretty big early test for the defense coming up. What can they dial up here to try and thwart this third down situation? These two teams all tied after one. Hurts. He'll drop this off for Bernard. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Let's get back into the action. The situation, ball in the red zone. It's second down, and the defense needing to step up. Connor going to get it again on second down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Hurts with a little pop pass on the jet sweep. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets them up now first and goal. Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
But they're always hoping on that type of a play that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Allen Robinson, his second. Coming up here, this defense looking for a third down stop in the second quarter. From the gun on third down, Lance. Complete to his tight end Sample. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down converted. So this offense looking at a 2nd and 4. The football inside the red zone. To throw again on second down. Lance. Throw left side complete. That's Edwards. And the Dolphins are going to have a first and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. Lance going to throw. Going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Grady Jarrett. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. So first down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's second and goal. Now a give right side Swift. And they'll go backwards here. Losing yardage to the 14. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
I think it might be time to move to a different section of the playbook there because back-to-back runs, both for loss. Now they have 3rd and long coming up.
He's got it. Give him 13 yards on the connection, but not enough. 4th down.
And that big gain may just change the thought process here on 4th down. I think in the red zone, they might now consider going for it on 4th down.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter. 14-7. On now the Miami field goal unit. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And his kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
51 yards rushing for him now to this point. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. On play action, Lance. Oh, it's intercepted. He was trying to get it to Ridley. Jordan Brooks with it. And he returns it into enemy territory down the 45-yard line. Second quarter, this defense looking for a big 3rd down stop here. They're already down on the scoreboard, just trying to get the ball back to their offense. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there. A red zone alert. Let's jump back in here. 1st and 10 at the 16. 1st down, and they go with Swift again. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's Lance. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
And that'll get me off target and incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. DeAndre. Well, this one's getting good now. 4th quarter, tie game. This defense looking for a huge 3rd down stop. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And so the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to break our 4th quarter tie. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And the Dolphins have taken the lead here in the 4th. The defense now in a little bit of a pickle. We drop you in inside the red zone. 2nd and 8. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Lance on the slant completes to Sutton. And the Dolphins are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Hesitation in this situation. Down a couple scores late in the game. This offense is staying out there on 4th. They're going on 4th down with Hurts. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the... No hesitation in this situation. Down a couple scores late in the game. This offense is staying out there on fourth. And he'll look downfield for Waller. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off Byron Jones. And the Dolphins will take over here at their own 14. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Miami, it'll be a 500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for Indianapolis, they'll sink now to 0-4. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Baltimore Ravens. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gault.
Today.
On 2nd and 1, Allen under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. Von Miller able to record his 5th sack of the season. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Here's Allen. And Jones has it over the middle. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Sanders' kick is good. And the Bucs take a 3-0 lead. Second quarter, this defense looking for a big 3rd down stop here. They're already down on the scoreboard, just trying to get the ball back to their offense. From the gun, it's Lance. Williams on the slant. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down. Down conversion. This offense has marched the ball down the field nicely. In good position, can they finish on 1st down? Swift. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
And when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Cortland Sutton, his 4th touchdown on the year. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. On 2nd down, Swift. And not a whole lot to speak of there, as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Now a play fake. Lance. Got a man open. It's Sutton. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. The Dolphins will send out the punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. A 41-yard punt there with no return, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. A big play coming up for this defensive unit. They're down, but just by a bit on the scoreboard. Can they get this 3rd down stop in the 3rd quarter? He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And that nearly the pick that they needed. The Dolphins will send out the punter now. He's been terrific so far. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Just a 25-yard punt. Not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And that will come the... This defense in need of a big stop in a tight game in the 4th quarter. Let's see if they can get that stop they need. Again, it's Lance. And that is incomplete.
I wonder, Brandon, I just wonder, you think maybe he was worried about...
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. A solid drive here has this offense in really good position. Can they finish the drive off? Let's find out. It's 1st and 10 inside the red zone. Meanwhile, Lance's throw going into the hands of Williams. Touchdown! Preston Williams, his 2nd. No hesitation in this situation. Down a couple scores late in the game. This offense is staying out there on 4th. Now Allen, gotta have this one. Taking a shot for Samuel. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off Byron Jones. And the Dolphins are going to have the short field. It's a 3rd down situation in the 4th quarter. Time to see if this defense is up to the task. Off of play action, here's Lance. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 17-yard line. Jamie Collins there on the tackle. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. That one looks like he'll throw here. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Cortland Sutton with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Dolphins are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the 4th. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And, of course, this win a big one. They can hang their hat on this victory on the road against the defending Super Bowl champs.
And you know how difficult it is for the team that wears the crown because they're going to get everyone's best shot. So let's face it, they circled this game. We're going to go in there and take down the defending Super Bowl champs. This is our opportunity. They're not going to walk out of here with a trophy today, but they will walk out with respect around the league. And to them, that's vitally important.
So for the Dolphins, they move back.
today. From Tottenham Hotspur Stadium in London, England, it's the NFL International Series on EA Sports. As we'll see Derek Carr and the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on Trey Lance and the Miami Dolphins.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Today we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here between the Miami Dolphins and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at this. Still 0-0 here in quarter one, but an early test to check in on as we've got a third down situation looming. Lance looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down as that on now the Miami field goal unit. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And this one is right down Broadway. And the opening drive for the Dolphins yields 3. This defense already looking at a deficit on the scoreboard, but now what can they design here to disrupt this third down play? Throwing now is Lance. Open man, it's Preston Williams. And he is going to have the Dolphins. This defense already looking at a deficit on the scoreboard, but now what can they design here to disrupt this third down play? Throwing is Lance on 3rd down. And this will be caught by Edwards. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first. Time to hop in as this defense will need to make a red zone stop, starting with his 2nd and 4. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. On 2nd down now, Swift, and he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. DeAndre Swift. Second quarter, this defense looking for a big 3rd down stop here. They're already down on the scoreboard, just trying to get the ball back to their offense. Lance looking to throw it. Out to the left, he's got Sample there. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up. Second quarter, this defense looking for a big 3rd down stop here. They're already down on the scoreboard, just trying to get the ball back to their offense. And Lance now to throw. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Not quite a 1st and goal, but still a red zone alert nonetheless as we jump back into the action. 1st and 10, just outside of the 10-yard line. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He was trying to get his 2nd touchdown already in the first half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a 2nd. A 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
Escaping the pressure right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
And his kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. Coming up for this defensive unit. They're down, but just by a bit on the scoreboard. Can they get this third down stop in the third quarter? Now Lance. This is caught by Williams. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on third and less than a yard. Swift. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. DeAndre Swift, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home. This offense has been sustaining a nice, long, successful drive here. Now they're looking to finish it off. First and goal in the red zone. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. 95 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. Second and goal from the 1. Here's Lance to throw it. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Cortland Sutton, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this fourth quarter advantage. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen road. Nothing to lose now. This offense forced to go for it. Down a bunch here in the fourth quarter. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he's going to have the first down at about. Nothing to lose now. This offense forced to go for it. Down a bunch here in the fourth quarter. Now Carr, gotta have this one. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he's gonna have the first down, yardage to the 35. Nothing to lose now. This offense forced to go for it. Down a bunch here in the fourth quarter. Carr to throw for it on fourth down. Looking downfield for Jones. Is going to be intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And the Dolphins are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, I guess an interception at this point on fourth down is just as bad as an incomplete. Fourth quarter, and it's kind of getting to be desperation time here for this defensive side. They need to get the ball back to their offense. They have a chance to do that on third down. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. For Charles, in the past, a lot of people called this offense one-dimensional.
I think you did.
Well,
I think it was you.
I'll be honest, I did. I think the fan base is hoping with this young rookie that they can put some wrinkles in this offense like we just saw.
I think you're...
Fourth quarter, and it's kind of getting to be desperation time here for this defensive side. They need to get the ball back to their offense. They have a chance to do that on third down. Eluding the pressure right. And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. Touchdown, Dolphins. Cortland Sutton with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Dolphins add on to their lead.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call them?
So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. I took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said, but I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for Miami, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And now it's off to Heathrow as they get set to fly.